Hello, hello. I haven't recorded at all today, but I am going to do my advent calendar in a minute. And right now I am sitting and spinning. So I wanted to show you what I'm working on. Today, Richard and I we had a doctor's appointment this morning. We run some errands, took Abby down to visit some friends about an hour away. And then we wrapped and wrapped and wrapped and wrapped and wrapped. So I'm done wrapping presents. Richard still has a few to go, but I am all done. Yay! You all know how much I've been looking forward to that. So let me show you what I'm spinning right now. It's so pretty. So this is the fiber that I am working on. Oh, what is it? I picked up something from the floor there. This is merino. And it's looking kind of gray here in the lamp light, but it is a really soft blue. It does have a slight gray tint to it in a couple places, but it's mostly blue. And it's just merino top. And these are my singles. Let's see if they'll show up. Oh, I wish the lighting was better, but you know, it's winter. Yesterday was the shortest day of the year, so what do you expect, right? Here, I'm trying to block the lamp light a little bit. It's so pretty. I'm just really loving it. It's lovely. So that is a delightful thing to spend my time on. And knitting now with my hand spun. It's actually this same dyer and the same fiber base. The pink yarn that I showed, I think yesterday I showed it. I'm loving working with it. It's so delightful to knit with my hand spun. Oh, it just makes me so happy. So definitely enjoying the spinning. Okay. I look horrible in this lighting. Oh, goodness. It is what it is. So that's okay. Let's open Advent calendar. Today, look at that little gnome. He's a cutie. I know this isn't going to show up as well as it would in natural light, but I'm still excited to see the color for the day. Oh, it looks very peppermint. Ooh, look at that. Oh, look how pretty that is. I love that. There's little bits that are more red, lots of pink, pale greens to vibrant greens. That is really, really pretty. All right, let's see what the name is. So the name is Ribbon Candy. That's appropriate, very appropriate for that color. When I was little, at our church Christmas party, Santa would come and give out little treat bags to the kids. And he would give us a brown paper lunch sack, and it had nuts in it, which is so, I mean, I'm looking back on this going, those were not really, they weren't really like treats that as kids we really loved, but I loved them because of the tradition of them. So they were mixed nuts and ribbon candy, and then the little hard candies that are like, they look kind of quilted, and I think that they had maybe like a liquid filling inside them. Anyway, I don't remember them exactly. This one I was really little, but every time I think about ribbon candy, I think of that memory. So very fun. And today I have an extra. So I'm gonna open this and try and keep the tissue paper away from you guys. Oh, what do we have here? Ooh, very nice. It's a tea strainer. It's a really pretty one. And it comes with a little saucer. That is probably not a little saucer. That is probably just a lid. Yeah, it's not gonna stand up in the saucer. I'm not exactly sure how that works because it doesn't stand up in that, but anyway, it's really, really pretty. Look at that. I love that. That's very thoughtful. Oh, it does stand up. I just was holding it, not putting it on something. It stands up just fine. Anyway, I love that. That's so nice. That'll fit perfectly in my teacups. My taller ones. I have some mugs that I really love. In fact, one is also, I think, from that friend. So very delightful. There's 4 days left to go. We have Friday, Saturday, Sunday, which is Christmas Eve, and then there is one on Christmas Day. So I can't believe there's only 4 days left. I'm so glad my wrapping is done. I'm so glad. That is lovely, and I'm so happy about that. Now I'm trying to figure out menu I've already got the menu figured out for Christmas Eve. We do a family party with my parents and my siblings and nieces and nephews. And so we all kind of contribute to the dinner. So I know what my food assignments are for that. And this is our last year of doing that party on Christmas Eve. A lot of our families are growing and expanding, and so we are going to continue to do that party, but just do it on another day in December so that we can have our Christmas Eves open for individual families. And so one of the things we do at that party, we have dinner, we do a piñata. We have done that since I was a little girl. My dad's mom and dad, my grandparents on my dad's side. I think one year they brought a piñata back from San Diego or Mexico. I'm not sure where they were. And then every year after that, we had a piñata, and that predates me being around. I remember a couple of years where they didn't find a piñata, and so my grandpa literally just layered brown grocery bags inside of each other and taped them all up, and that was our piñata. He decorated it with Christmas wrapping paper or something. I don't remember, but that one was hard to break into. Anyway, and we used to do it inside the house. I think back on this, I just think it is crazy. It was inside the house that my grandparents would hang it. My grandpa would hang it in the kind of doorway. There wasn't a door there, but the entryway between the living room and the dining room, right next to the china cabinet. And we would use a broom handle. I mean, it wasn't attached to a broom, but it was that kind of, I think he had cut it off from an old broom or something, but it was just a stick. It wasn't like a bat. And it was only for the children who were, I don't remember if it was under 12 or 12 and under to do. The way we do it in our family is it's all of the grandkids. And the kids, like my siblings, I think my youngest sister did the piñata till she was probably 30. It was pretty great. But the grandkids do it. And the grandkids, my oldest, Ethan, he's the oldest grandkid on that side of the family. And on both sides. And he is almost 28. So he doesn't really do it anymore. They can if they want to. But it's just fun. And you go from the youngest to the oldest, and nobody can go scramble for the goodies that come out until Grandpa says go. So those are the rules of the piñata. I don't know if we will continue to do a piñata. I don't think we will for our Christmas Eve traditions like in the future, because I'm guessing we'll probably keep doing that in our extended family Christmas party, and do it there. But it's just something that I grew up with my whole life, and my kids have grown up with their whole lives. So very fun. Anyway, but yeah, I got off on that tangent, but I have figured out what we're going to eat that night, but I haven't decided what we're going to do on Christmas Day. We have a lot of traditions, you know, things that you eat a lot. You can see all my Christmas glasses that are sitting out. They just sit out on the counter during December I got them out when we did our parfaits and made them in those. But then we keep them out for, you know, drinks, eggnog, or, you know, whatever. But anyway, we usually have like specific kinds of foods. I've always made a quiche or quiches for Christmas breakfast. And usually I make a fruit compote that is a grapefruit, strawberry, banana compote that's really yummy. What else do we normally do? We normally have eggnog and chocolate milk and orange juice and apple juice. And then I will do a luncheon spread with just like fruit and vegetables and dips and chips and sandwich makings. And we kind of just have that throughout the day. But we're still trying to figure out exactly what our Christmas Day looks like this year, because it's just different now that my kids are older. And last year I had all my kids together for Christmas, so we still did the same thing. But this year my older kids are mostly with their in-laws, which is totally fine. They're doing an every other year thing. And anyway, so we're probably going to go drop presents off at their house on Christmas Day, and my parents might come over for dinner. So yeah, I just am trying to figure that out. Plus we have special diets that we're taking into account. So that is on my schedule for tomorrow. Figure out the food for Christmas Day so that I can get the last bit of food shopping done and be prepared for that. I might just do a roast dinner for Christmas night, which would be yummy. I don't want to cook all day. I'd like to make it things that I can prepare a lot of things ahead of time. But especially because we're going to be in and out. Anyway, that's what we're figuring out. That's what I need to figure out tomorrow. When I've asked opinions, I haven't gotten a lot of opinions from my family about what they would like to do. I think they're feeling the same way I am, where it's just kind of like, oh, we just don't really know. It's different this year. So I'm like, if you guys don't have strong opinions, then I will just come up with something. Anyway, I am really happy our air has cleared out quite a bit. I think I've talked before about the air quality in Salt Lake can get really bad in the winter. We have the mountains all around us, and we're in this little like valley in between the mountains. And so the cold air will just settle in and it will trap the pollutants right down into the valley. And it takes like a storm coming through to move it out. Or it has to warm up quite a bit so that the air can, rise up out of the valley. And so it's been yesterday and today, it's been so much warmer, and we had a little bit of rain and it just cleared things out. And it'll come right back, but oh, it felt so much better because my throat and my voice sound so much better. And I am singing again on Sunday in our church. I had a couple people ask me about recording. We don't record. We don't do video or photo in our main service, our sacrament meetings. And there's a lot of things like that in our church. If we think of it as something really sacred, we don't record it on video or photo. Not like it's a secret or anything, but just like, just out of respect, you know. So I won't be recording that, but just really hoping that my voice will do well, because when we practiced at choir practice last week, I could not sing through the whole thing. And then when I was practicing my solo, I am singing a really beautiful arrangement of Away in the Manger to a different tune. And when I was practicing that, I had to stop after every half verse and take a drink of water to try and keep my throat working. So, hoping that it goes well. Lastly, tomorrow I finally get to get my nails done and get them fixed. I had 2 broken nails. They look awful, and I love to have my nails look nice. So my mom and I will go and do that, and yeah, so that'll be good. Getting my nails done, planning the food, shopping for food, and more knitting. I have to show you Richard's socks. This is very chatty. Anyway, the Christmas socks. I'm having an issue. So I finished this sock. It's all done. And I've been buzzing along on this one. And I came to a spot in the skein where there was a join in the yarn, which, you know, that happens. And especially in a very affordable yarn like this one, it happens. So I went ahead and I just broke the join out of it. It wasn't a good one. It wasn't like a knitted in kind. And then, anyway, so I just have a couple ends there. But guess what? It interrupted the stripe pattern. And look at that. It changed color, and now it's changed color to the green. So now I'm trying to figure out if I'm going to be able to go, if I'm going to have enough yarn so that I can break off that chunk. It would be, what repeat would it be? It would be this much yarn, that much of a repeat, because I need to get a full stripe of this color in here. So I think I'm going to go ahead and do that. And then whatever I take out, I may have to make up at the toe, which I would rather have the toes not match, but the rest of the sock match. So we'll see how it goes. Ooh. Okay, so something came up when I was interrupted, but I just wanted to finish this up, that I'm probably going to pull that section of the yarn out so I can get all of that stripe in. And then if I run out of yarn in the rest of the ball, then I will use the part that I pull out to try and fill in the toe. It just makes it so much more annoying, because one of the great things about this sock, 2 ends to weave in, one at the top and one at the toe, and that was really nice. So this one is going to, I mean, it already has, it'll have at least 6 ends, but depending on what happens, it could have 8. So that is okay. That has been enough chatting from me today. So I will see you tomorrow.